Diolch yn fawr, Richard. Mae'n bleser mawr I fi rwan cyflwyno'r gweinidog dros amgylchedd cynhadwyedd a tai, Jane Davidson. I was saying earlier this is a local event and also a national one, but for you, Jane, this is both. It's very much on your doorstep, but it's also a national, or it will be a national treasure. And I've come down from Carnarvon this morning with my son Matt, who is playing rugby up the road in Llangrannog for 3 days. I haven't told him yet he's walking home. So, just keep the sea on your left, and I'll see you in Carnarvon Castle on Saturday. Is that all right? But it'll be just fantastic when it goes all the way around Wales and links with the path down Offers as well. It'll be a real pleasure to do that. And I was given told in no uncertain terms by the Minister when I started a year ago that this was a top priority, and I brought with me the list of events and target dates that we have set ourselves or been set by the Minister. And it says here, Ceredigion and Pembrokeshire, missing link between two paths, only 3k but very significant, and the date before March 2011, so we've just made it. I would have had a phone call if we'd been another week late, I think. So it's a great honour now to ask Jane Davidson, the Minister. The Welsh Assembly Government has put over £8 million into this, and we've been successful in getting money from Europe to add to that, but the contribution of the Welsh Assembly Government and the drive as well that the Minister herself has set to this project has been invaluable. And although she won't be Minister this time next year when we're opening, I'm sure her name will be associated with it in many ways. So Jane Davidson, can I ask you to say a few words and officially open the path?
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Morgan, a diolch yn fawr iawn I chi gyd am ddod heddiw, achos dwi'n credu mae'r agoriad heddiw yn pwysig iawn, bach ond pwysig. Pwysig iawn achos mae'n cysylltu dwy sir, a pwysig iawn achos mae'n cysylltu dwy llwybrau arfordir arbennig yng Nghymru.
Thank you very much, all of you, for coming today. You have come to a very important and special opening. And I'm glad there's so many of you here today. We could actually probably almost spread out along the length of path we're opening today, but it is a really, really important link between the already established national trail in Pembrokeshire and the Ceredigion path that I was so proud to be jointly opening with Dick a year and a half ago. And can I thank very much, Hayden Lewis, Chair of Ceredigion, and Mar Morris, and also we have Mike James from St Dogmaels, our local councillor here, as well as representatives of the footpath group. Helen's been mentioned already from the Ramblers nationally. She's not alone, there are other Ramblers here. And we've also got Jill Wislocker and colleagues from the footpath group here. And you couldn't get a more active footpath group, I don't think, than the one in St Dogmaels. Some people, if they weren't as keen on footpaths as I am, might think they were a bit of a misfortune when you arrive as a new landowner with a footpath in your midst and you're told exactly what's going to happen to the footpath, whether you want it or not. But the point is that this footpath group is so active in making sure that the footpaths are open, that they conform to their obligations on the definitive map, and it's part of encouraging more and more people to this area to actually walk our wonderful walks and stay in our wonderful bed and breakfasts here as well. Everybody's talked about the financial benefits, and there are substantial. We've had figures such as £20 million quoted in the context of Pembrokeshire National Park and the local business that it's generated. I think it was more like 380,000 just before we get millions put in the papers. Because I think we'd be challenged if we were spending 380 million on stiles in Pembrokeshire. But I think that,
I did say I hadn't been
the critical thing is, of course, that what we've been able to do as an Assembly Government, and we've maintained in this time of cuts, £2 million a year has gone in from us, and £3.9 million from Europe has gone in to making this coastal path work. What we're opening here today will actually generate 250 miles from the beginning of the Pembrokeshire National Trail. But in fact it already goes on beyond that, because I opened the Pendine Amroth link towards the end of last year. And I opened up new links on the Gower. I've opened up a new 27 miles up in North Wales. And I think we actually have 2 or 3 more little openings planned before the Assembly election, because we really are nearly there in terms of creating the All Wales Coastal Path. And Dave has got the responsibility, which he's very keen to have, of making sure that we get it delivered. But it's really just like any major project. You know, in the last year of delivery, you've got to really focus to make sure it's there. Because the commitment that I put into the manifesto, our kitchen cabinet round Rodri's table, the election, last election, was to make sure that we had an All Wales Coastal Path. And of course, as Morgan has said, it's not just an All Wales Coastal Path. Because of the link with Offa's Dyke, it is going to be a route round Wales. I don't know of another country that has a route all the way around its borders. And of course, that's why it was so fantastic when the National Geographic said that already, you know, we have the second best coast in the world in Pembrokeshire, but that, you know, we would have something absolutely unique when we had the All Wales Coastal Path. It's been supported by so many people who are here today, people who are not able to be here today. But I also want to pay tribute to the landowners who've been involved in making this happen. We have done this by partnership with landowners. It did take a long time in the context of getting the Ceredigion Coast Path up and running, but I think it's better for the partnership that we created. And our local farmer here, who you may well spot out on his land, Bill Lewis, who lives up there and farms the land that the footpath is on, has been immensely supportive of the development of the coastal path. So, great day here today, and these 2 gentlemen are always talking to me about the kind of parallel paradises that are available in Ceredigion and Pembrokeshire. So I was delighted to be able to tell Keith Evans today that although I am now, along with my husband Guy, who's also here, one of the last residents in Pembrokeshire, we actually have a little bit of Ceredigion in our woods too. So there is a point at which we can straddle this very stream when it comes through the woods and say that we are part of that major collaboration between Pembrokeshire and Ceredigion. Although I also pointed out to Keith that we get no services from Ceredigion, just in case he's starting to think about council tax on the smallest bit of land in the area. But diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd am dod heddiw. Lle arbennig I bod yma, diwrnod arbennig hefyd. A nawr dwi'n siŵr mae chi gyd yn moyn mynd yn ôl i'r coach house i'w gael paned o de neu copi. Diolch yn fawr iawn, Morgan.